Have you guys ever wondered how a vehicle is able to run and drive for miles and miles and miles on out without overheating? Well, on today's video, I'm going to go over the cooling system. And I promise you guys, I'm not going to make it complicated. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. So the basic components we have here is obviously water or our antifreeze. I'm going to touch on that in a second. We have another big component here, water pump. Now, this could either be electric, in this case, on the 2025 Camry hybrids, it's electric. So this water pump can either be electric or it can be belt driven. So the water pump is very important. It plays an important part. It's just to pump the coolant and the water through the cooling system, the engine, and then the radiator. So the process is obviously the engine runs hot and is burning off that gas mixture. And you're probably wondering, how is it not overheating? Well, the process is actually quite simple. So what you have here is you got your water pump that's pumping this pink coolant or antifreeze throughout the system. So it needs to just do that. Just keep pumping, pumping and pumping and pumping and all throughout the system, right? So inside of the engine itself, you get this tremendous amount of heat that's being generated. So the water is supposed to stay in there and absorb all that heat. So what happens when all that heat gets absorbed? It gets hot, right? And that's when you'll see the temperature gauge on your dash starts to climb up. So once that water gets hot enough, what's gonna happen is it's gonna pass through a thermostat. Now there's a thermostat here too that's gonna open up, say, okay, that water is hot enough. And that thermostat is gonna let the water go through the upper radiator hose, I'm sorry. And then that radiator hose obviously connected to your radiator. And your radiator is mounted right in front of the front bumper. Now, the purpose of that radiator is as the water flows through and it goes through the radiator from top to bottom, you're gonna have this rush of air that's gonna pass through the front grille. So as you're driving, air is passing through and it's gonna make its way through. And you also have here, radiator fans. It's kind of hard to see through the camera, but you obviously have radiator fans mounted right behind here. Hence, that's why you see that sign, watch your fingers, there's a fan blade there. And the purpose of that radiator fan is to help pull heat from the radiator. Now, the easiest way to think about this, guys, is imagine when you enjoying a bowl of soup and it's just too hot, right? What do you tend to do? Well, take the spoon and blow on the soup for, quite some time, or just to get that temperature down to a, cooler level where you're able to enjoy the soup. Same concept here. All we want is to get that hot water that came from the engine bay inside that radiator. And as it's making its way through, you got this rush of air, just like that soup, blowing on that, that soup is gonna cool that hot water. Not to it's where it's ice cold, but just enough to remove enough heat. And then once it does that, the water pump again picks up that cooler water. And again, it brings it back into the engine and it stays there. And then that cooler water gets, starts to absorb more heat in the engine. And then once it gets hot enough, the thermostat opens and hot water from the engine bay comes back again to the radiator. The cycle repeats itself. It makes its way down the radiator. Air is passing through. It gets cooled down to an acceptable level. Water pump sucks it back up again, back into the engine bay to absorb more heat. Now, it's just doing that, but we don't want it to just keep doing that from the minute the car starts. Why? Because the engine will never get a chance to warm up. So we don't actually want this to just start happening right away. We actually want this to not let any water out of the engine, but to keep it trapped there until it starts climbing up and the engine reach operating temperature. And then that's why the thermostat is an important part. Actually, the thermostat is actually over here. But ideally, that's the principle behind a cooling system in an automobile. And of course, it doesn't stop there. Some of the hot water or hot antifreeze that's coming from the engine, we actually don't want to just get rid of it completely. We can actually then take that, the hot water from the engine and bring it inside of the heater core. And the heater core then is gonna take that hot water coming from the engine and it's gonna give you heat. That's how you're able to get heat. So it goes inside of the dash, You have a blower fan that blows through it, and in the wintertime, that's how you're able to stay nice, warm, and toasty inside of the car. Why are we using antifreeze and not just water? Can water work? Yes and no. Water can actually work to cool the system, but the problem with water is if you're somewhere where it's very cold, it will freeze, and that's not what we want. And if you're somewhere that's very hot, it will tend to boil, right? The water will start to boil, and it will start to corrode any metal components that is passing through. Whereas the antifreeze doesn't freeze as quickly as water, nor does it get to a boiling temperature as fast as water. So it's able to do, and it's able to prevent stuff from rusting out. So it has its own chemical properties in there that help keep things efficient. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you're able to drive your car for miles and miles on out without it overheating. Just think of it as a bowl of soup that's too hot, and then you just pick it up and you blow on it. That heat transfer, just to bring it down to an acceptable level, is the same thing that's happening in your automobile. Again, you might have an electric water pump like this Camry, or it might be belt driven. But at the end of the day, the principle and the concept is still the same. Hot water gets built up here. Hot water flows into the radiator, makes its way down the radiator. A big rush of fan or air as you're driving passes through the radiator with the help of your fan. It's helping to pull some of that hot air out. And as the water is passing through the radiator, it gets cooled down to an acceptable level. Water pump pulls it in again, brings it back to the engine where it's able to absorb more heat. So that's how your temperature gauge is able to stay right in the middle. And of course, all this is being monitored by this bad boy right here, the computer. So that's the basic operation of the cooling system. We're not going to get into testing electrical components and the fans and all that stuff and what can go wrong. So I hope you guys found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.